It's Gaynor again. I've made a card using the stamp set I showed you last night. Charming Cafe it's called. I've made loads of mistakes, but I've left them in and I'm going to show you how to rectify them. I did everything else backwards and stuff, and yeah, I've got the framelits out ready, except for that one. I'm going to use all the framelits. I'll show you those in a moment. In fact, they're all here on this piece of card. You've got the two florals, we've cut these out. You've got this one which cuts the centre out, and then this one cuts the whole thing out. You've got the table and chairs, you've got this like window scene, and we're going to make this one into a trifold card, and we've got 3 of these. There's another one somewhere. I've lost it. Is it sticking? Is it hiding? Where's it gone? Oh, I've lost it. Oh, it's there. There we are. You got 3 of those for your topiaries and stuff. But we're going to use all those. Yeah, gorgeous bundle. Buy that together, save 10%. Perhaps buy a little bit of cardstock as well, and you will get something free out of celebrations at the same time. So, win-win. Beautiful stamp set. Your paper you need to complete a project, and it's a freebie out of the celebrations. Fabulous, you can't go wrong. So I'll show you my card first, and I'll show you where I went wrong. This is it. You might think at a glance it looks lovely, which it does, but I had to overlap for some reason. I didn't add my DSP first to cut through the centre, so then when I did, I marked it, look, and I ended up cutting it the wrong way round through. Instead of cutting it on the top, because I turned it over and drew, I thought, oh, it'll be fine, and then turned it over and it didn't match. So that's my first mistake. My second mistake was I tried to watercolour after I inked, and it smudged my ink. So I've gone ahead and done that ahead of time because there's a lot to do with this card. So this is the centre. And I stamped this, cut these out, should I say, a little bit too high. So I should have come down a little bit lower, just so you can't see that path there. So there's 3 common mistakes straight away. So it's all practice. It is still a beautiful card, and I love it. I can take that centerpiece out and redo that, and I could give that, still could give that to somebody. Beautiful. But I want to make sure you saw the mistakes. I'm going to try my best now and rectify them with you. So please don't quote me. I've got my card. It's a bit of a weird shaped card because it's a trifold one. I've cut this at 10.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score every 3.5. So it is a little bit narrow. It will still fit in a normal size envelope quite easily because it works out 3.5 by 5.5. So otherwise I'd have had to just, I don't know what I would have done. But we'll get there in the end. So I'm going to fetch my trimmer in. Not my trimmer, my score. Because there's loads of stuff on top of my trimmer. And we're just going to score at 3.5 and 7. Making sure they're proper. You can do it on your trimmer if you want to. I'm going to fetch a big piece of scrap in because I know I'm going to make a mess. So now I'm going to fold and burnish my score lines. That was a beautiful, absolutely beautiful stamp set. Really pretty. Just making sure these close together because it is a trifold card, so it's a bit of a tight squeeze. So once you've got it folded into place, just go over and burnish the 2 then, so you know it's fitting perfect. Now we're going to attach our designer series paper because we're going to cut through the 2 together. And I've literally just made this 1/16 of an inch smaller all the way round. Whew, I'm going to use Tombow because I got wiggle space. And this is from the Tutti Frutti Designer Series paper stack. These get 48 sheets of 6x6, and there's some wonderful designs. I think there's 12 different designs. I can't remember. 12, I think. But absolutely beautiful paper. And I thought this lovely stripe would remind me of the canopy that you would find outside a cafe. Isn't that pretty? Absolutely charming. You're going to need a fair bit of extra Whisper White for some of your die cuts and images, so have plenty to hand, because if you make a mistake, you've always got it there. So now that is nice and secure, I'm going to take our piece, I'm going to roughly pop it. I always keep the scissors towards this side. Don't ask me why, I just do. So when we cut our other piece out, you want the scissors at the top. We're not cutting through this. This is just my overlay, just so I can make sure that my pattern is going to be running smoothly. Yes. So keep the scissors towards the top. You can cut like this, but you'd have to turn your paper like this. We're going to do that anyway, because we're going to run it through the big shot. So always keep the scissors right to the top or to the left side. I always find that works best for me. So I'm going to fetch in my big shot. Oh, God, blimey. My back is killing. But you have to see each step. That's why I'm fetching. Let's take the plates off, because these and the big shot together, ooh, they are very, very heavy. I can't do it that way, so I've got to do it this way. But I'm going to roughly guess where, and keeping these sides quite equal. I think that's going to give me a nice little border at the top. I don't want to go too close. I think that's perfect. So I'm going to put that down, just check it again, and I'm going to run this through a couple of times to make sure it goes through both lots of paper. Let me just check. Yes, perfect. So mistake 1 rectified. So because they've been glued together, you could use that, cut a circle out of that now, so you don't have to waste that piece of card. And use it on a different project. So I'm going to pop these away as we're going along, so I can keep an eye on my pieces. So there's our card. Now we're going to do this part. It's like a wicker window in here. But what you want to do, you want to fetch this over, and that you don't want to see any metal, but you don't, and you want to be able to see. I won't going to take that too far up like I did before. I'm going to keep those lines level with that bottom bit. That way you won't see the path on the open card. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a little pencil, push my metal in, because I can see it, and basically I'm just going to do a little notch on there, because now we're going to open our card out, and I'm going to line this up. I'm going to go down just a little fraction so it actually cuts those out. We're not going to see it anyway, because our chairs and tables are going over that as well. So I'm going to take that through. And that sound is quite perfect. Don't worry about that. that back in my magnetic case. So you get that little cutout there and our window to see through to the other bit of the card. Isn't that pretty? So we're done with that for a moment. Keep that, you can use that for something else. I'm going to pop this down for a few moments now whilst we start and do our stamping. I should have done it all before, shouldn't I? So I'm going to fetch my pieces in. This is that beautiful, beautiful outside cafe window, and it's, watch now, it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to ink this up. And I want, you can get quite a fair bit on this actually, this piece of card. And you get a good impression because these are the clear mount stamps. Isn't that pretty? I think that's, ooh, a little blodge there caught, doesn't matter. We're going to fetch in, I've lost my, oh no, I know what to do now. I'm losing the plot. You're going to stamp the top and you're going to put this down here. Hence the reason for your scratch paper. And then you're going to turn it round and you're going to cut out the bottom. I know I'm going to put B for bottom and top, so I know which end goes with where. And this is my top. And also our little topiaries. I want 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You might get them all out of that one piece of card. It's best to have spares though. Oh no, we do need another piece, so I'm going to fetch one of these little narrow ones in. And this is for our lovely table and chairs. I used my blends on the last card, and because this is a charming cafe, I think I might pull out my watercolour pencils to make a change. So I'm going to pop them back over there. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to grab my pencils. Not used those in a while. It's going to be a little bit time consuming, but I will try my best to do it as fast as I can. And it's, I'm going to see what colour. Brown, early espresso. So I'm going to do the stems on my topiaries. Perfect. I did brown chairs on the other one. But you can do whatever colour you want. I think that's lush. Very pretty. So I'm going to just add some colour to these legs. You normally get people now going, oh, here's one I did earlier. But I'm sorry, we're going to have to watch me do this colouring. I love brown chairs in a cafe. I think it looks really quaint. I don't like going to a cafe and chairs are bright red, and I prefer a more traditional cafe myself. Don't know about you. You could activate these with your blends and give it a bit more strength and colour. But I think because of the nature of the actual stamp, I think the watercolour pencils are just going to add that little bit of charm. Isn't that pretty? Absolutely gorgeous. Perfect. A bit more colour there. I love that. That's sweet. And what I'm going to do while I've got this out, I'm going to have terracotta planters. In fact, I'm going to go over with my blends. Not my marker blends, the actual blends that work with these pencils. Look, let me find one. I've got a new one here. It just picks up that colour beautifully. Isn't that pretty? We do our colouring now. It's just a matter of assembling once we've done that. Make those legs stand out a little bit more. Oh, that's so pretty. Love it. Oh yes. Much better. A bit more subtle of a colour than the actual blends. Blends are perfect. I think they are absolutely gorgeous. But for more vibrant colour. With this charming little cafe, I think that's perfect. Right, what else now? We're going to have, let's see what else colours. We've got these beautiful. This one is Melon Mambo, I think. Oh no, real red. Oh, I'm going to colour my flowers. And again, we're going to go over these little buds and stuff in a moment. And I'm only going to colour these in because these are going to go these are going to be layered over the top. We don't need to cut. I coloured the two lots in, and if you're going to layer over the top, I don't think you really need to colour both lots. I'm going to grab my blend and turn it around. I'm just going to pretty. You can add more colour later if you want. Lovely. Love it. Right, now my green. Oh, that one's Bermuda Bay. I don't think that would look right. Could have a little bit of old olive. I do apologise that you've got to sit and watch me do all this colouring. You can always press the fast forward button anyway. Apparently, my husband was telling me earlier my computer is really running slow and it's Windows 8 with a free Windows 10 upgrade, but I tried that once and I didn't like it at all. Apparently they've stopped doing the updates for the Windows 8 because they all want you to swap over to Windows 10. Oh, dreaded Windows 10. Never been my cup of tea. I tried it when I first had the computer, and I didn't like it. So I reverted back to Windows 8. Now I don't get any updates, and apparently this is why. He had a message come up on his laptop. Isn't that beautiful, subtle colour? Isn't that so pretty? Just going to touch up this green now. Give me some little sharpness on the colours. You could, I'm just rushing because of the video, but you could spend as much time as you want on the detail. Just so pretty. I saw this in the catalogue when we had them given to us on stage. Oh my gosh. I was like, I gotta have it. I love it. Yeah, that's another thing. If you did join my team during celebration, you don't only get 2 extra stamp sets on top of your £130 to the value of 90. You're going to get your business kit, and you're going to get to come to on stage. Oh my god. And have all those freebies. I come on with nearly £400 worth of products, and I had the best day ever. I literally had the best day ever. And you can do the same. Oh my gosh, come and join. I'm going to put my cushions in this beautiful Bermuda Bay. And this one too, and those lovely little patterns around the outside. I'm going to blend away again. Oh my word. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm going to incorporate it on top of my table too. So I'm going to take a bit of that colour so the tabletop is a little bit paler. It's so pretty. Do my flower. Now my green. I'm going to add a bit of green here because it's such a delicate area, and I'm going to pick it up. That's cute. And what colour cups are we going to have? Oh, there we go. We'll have a little bit of Calypso Coral on my vase. So just pick that colour up. And add it to the vase. And I'm going to have some blue mugs. Isn't that pretty? Oh, there you go, and I've just ruined my bottom piece of paper. So let's get these out the way now. So many different colouring options now with Stampin' Up. It's absolutely fabulous. So now we need to cut these out with the Big Shot. So in comes that one again. My plates are here behind me. Somebody asked me why there was a big cross on my Big Shot plate the other day, and it's so I know that it stays on the bottom, and that's the cutting bit, and it's only going to be that bit that cuts things out. That way you always get one clean plate. See? It's a bit scratched, but it's not really dented. Oops, you be careful now because I just moved that. Yeah, it was perfect positioned. Talking, see now, I lay them nice and flat, and I always pinch it together until it goes through. And there we have that beautiful beautiful? Isn't that sweet? So I'm going to put my things over there now. I'm going to start to pull all these things together. There's a little bit there. Pokey tool. Yeah. There it is. You need to get rid of that. Now we're going to fetch in this gorgeous, gorgeous. So that's the top. I think that just perfectly went into place. Absolutely wonderful. Pinch, just so it keeps everything in place. And come back because we need that centerpiece again. Just so we can cut this middle bit out. See, you've got to find its perfect position now. I think that's just perfect. A little bit too close to there, but if we don't cut this centerpiece out, you'll not see through your window. Delightful. Look at that, isn't that so beautiful? Absolutely delicate. I've got glue all over my fingers. Again, you could save this piece and perhaps cut a circle out of that as well. Now we need our tops and bottoms. Little topiaries. These may need to go on and be cut out one at a time. Depends on your magnet. See, I gotta move. To do that, I'd have to move my paper. Some will fit. Depends on, like I say, the magnets. That one doesn't want to go. That one definitely doesn't want to go. So this is my top. Right, my Sizzix, that's the bottom. See how it's roped Sizzix? So that is going, this is for the bottom. And see Sizzix, so you know that's the top. I'm going to do that after. I know it's going to be a pain in the ass, but I will pause, cut them out and then come back, because otherwise you'll just be watching me. There's my layering pieces now. Top and bottom. Aren't they beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous how it's cut those out. So, give me 2 secs. I'll come back once I've cut my planters out. There you go. I've managed to do them. Yay, I've got them all. Oh, so these are our beautiful little pieces. Absolutely wonderful. So now we can fetch this in and start to build. I'm going to leave that piece, I think, till last. Yeah, because you can't quite see that. So I'm going to pull that down just a little fraction. I don't mind the gap at the top. And then we can more or less see my words anyway. So our first bit is to pop this on. Now see, that fits perfectly. I couldn't get it to fit earlier. So I'm going to open that out. Keeping your Sizzix to the top is always a good thing. Isn't that beautiful? Lovely. There goes the singing part in me. This is clogged, I think. Then I'm going to start assembling this lovely little card. Bless you. My husband's sneezing, bless. He has a dust allergy and he's painting at the moment. And he had a bad stomach all day because the paint does something to him. He just cannot stand the smell of paint. It makes him sneeze. Look at that now. Wait. Look, see, from my first mistake, I had to overlap them because it was bitty and horrible. This one has fit perfect. Absolutely perfect. So now I'm going to add this card. I did watercolour the both sides just in case I did make a mistake. And I think with that stamp, with that message on that stamp, I used my Stampin' Magic and it worked a treat because it looks like you've got it straight when you turn it over and you think it's straight, but it was doing it coded, so I used my Stampin' Magic. And make sure I've got enough space at the bottom. Here's my bone folder because the card was warped a little bit from the watercolour wash. And the only reason I did the watercolour wash is because it's supposed to look like it's going through a window. So that's why I did the watercolour wash. Do you get me now? So now I'm going to add these table and chairs. Yeah, I wanted it to look like a bit of a window. This fits on here perfect. And with the glue, use your wiggle space. And the only thing I didn't do, I will use the palest one of my crumb cake. And I'm even going to do what I did on the other card. It dries so pale, believe it or not. I'm going to make it look like it's a shadow. I just fetched it down. That will dry lovely. I did that on this one. See? Just a shadowed effect. It's pretty. Very pretty. I love that. Oh, let me just fill in the inserts at the back of my chair as well. Perfect. See that drying lovely and light now? We're finally getting there. So I'm just going to add, I might add these all at the front actually. Isn't that wonderfully pretty? Grab some Stampin' Dimensionals, the mini ones. I think 3 will be plenty on each one. Yes, but keep your scissors word on your dies to the top or all to the bottom. That way you know it's going to work out just right. You can all make a few little boo-boobs without realising why we're doing it. And then just takes a little someone to tell you where you're going wrong and away to go. You can get it right and get it banged on again. So here goes. I'm just going to check these. See, wrong one. That is for this one. And this one is for this one, obviously. So we can peel. See, because you got top and bottom, they only fit one way. Open it out. So I'm going to lay this right over the very top. See, there was no need now for me to colour because I've got that subtle shading on there right now. And again on this side. What a big difference from getting it wrong to getting it right. This really, really is important. Just check. Oh, we're okay. Woo. I might just dot these around here as if they're outside in the street. And I'm going to pop them on dimensionals as well. Yay! But what a beautiful, beautiful... Now I know what I'm doing. Just going to pop one on each. Isn't it gorgeous, this? If you wanted, you could even add a window sheet and put a... you can get heat embossed window sheets like I got them from Sticks, a company called Sticks, and they allow you to heat emboss onto the acetate. Brilliant. Oh, that just went flying. I'll be finding that somewhere in the dog's dinner probably. I'm just going to dot these over my card. Perfect. Now I'm just going to line them up at the bottom here. I don't want to press on that one too hard just yet. I'll try and space them out. Lift that one back up, just ever so gently. She says. And line this up. That's perfect. So there we are. Now I've got one more step to do. Where's that gone? Oh, there. I'm going to grab my baker's twine. Just going to leave enough at the top. And I'm just going to wrap this around twice. I'm going to cut this off. Whoops. And I'm just going to tie this in a double knot. There's them first tweezers when you want them. Thank you, Carla. These are fabulous, my darling. Oh, and there's my little... I can't pick it up. I'm terrible. I did try. I love to born to entertain. You can keep them as long or as short as you want. Just give them a little trim. And that's my card, my charming cafe, and that gives you space to write. I'll push those. I don't want them interfering with my fold line. I know you can't fully see the message, but at least we've done it right. Oh wow, what a difference. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm lucky to have a friend like you. There is another a couple of sentiments in here. I've just knocked paper everywhere. My little... You've got one here that says thanks and life is better with you in it. I think you could stamp that in there somewhere as well. Isn't that beautiful? So there's my one, the correct one we've just done together. Sorry the video is so long-winded. And this is the one I did earlier. Very pretty cards still, but way too many mistakes. Look at that. Love this. Absolutely beautiful. But there's such beautiful cards. One with blends and the other one with watercolour pencils. I love both. I love the vibrance in this and I love the subtlety in this one. So, thumbs up if you enjoyed and a share. Don't forget to press the subscribe button and the little bell straight after. You'll be notified then of all future videos. And I've just let my coffee go cold. Yeah, it's stone cold. So, but until next time, thanks for calling in. Bye. Bye.